What is going on, guys? We have some more breaking NFL news. Another franchise has just found what they hope to be is their next head coach for the next 10-15 seasons. It's the New York Giants hiring special teams coordinator, wide receiver coach for the New England Patriots, Joe Judge. Okay, Joe Judge. A lot of people are criticizing this move. This is my take on it. Just because we don't know a lot about an individual doesn't make him a horrible option. We've seen it time and time again where a guy might not be that talked about, right? This is kind of the same kind of reaction that Matt LaFleur had last year. I was a big Matt LaFleur fan, and everybody was like, why do you like Matt LaFleur? Like, he's called plays for one season in Tennessee. They didn't have a top 5 offense. Their offense wasn't high flying. He didn't develop Marcus Mariota. What is going on here? Why was this guy the first head coach hired? And now you take a look at Green Bay, and they have a first round bye in the playoffs. Okay, so this is kind of a similar situation where you can't just look at numbers and just say, okay, well, you know, the Patriots, they don't have the best special teams in the league, so therefore this hire sucks. He's not Mike McCarthy. He is not Ron Rivera. He is not Matt Rule. He sucks. We can't do that as football fans. But what we can do is look at the guys that have been hired, McCarthy, Rivera, Matt Rule, and we can sit there and say, the Giants had interest in all these guys. The Giants had interest in all these guys. I think they interviewed McCarthy. They had plans to interview Matt Rule. I don't really know the communication as far as Rivera and the Giants went, but I thought Rivera and the Giants were a match made in heaven. I thought Mike McCarthy could have been a fantastic fit for the New York Giants. So it begs the question, this could be a diamond in the rough signing for the New York Giants because he is coming from Belichick. He's worked under Nick Saban as well at Alabama. So he's been around some great football minds. He's been with the Patriots for forever now. So he also worked with, guys like Brian Flores, who's a head coach, guys like Matt Patricia, who's a head coach. He's been in the same room with a lot of great football minds here. But does that make him a good football coach? We don't know. We don't know. Has he ever called plays? I don't know. Is he a leader? I don't know, right? There's so many questions that I don't know. Maybe the Pats fans could chime in, really knowledgeable Pats fans that know this guy, that kind of know the Patriots special teams through and through. Maybe they could chime in and help out here. Maybe give some quick little heads up, quick little, just some, I don't want to say notifications, but just maybe just put the Giants minds at ease a little, Giants fans' minds at ease a little bit. So we'll see what happens with Joe Judge, but the question needs to be asked. Was this hire, was Judge the 4th or 5th option of the Giants? Because it seems to me like the Giants were taking their time, the Maras, and for whatever reason they're keeping Dave Gettleman. It's a mistake, but they took their time with it, and I felt as though they kind of conducted the interview process like, oh, we're the New York Giants, everybody wants to come here. And then people started signing Rivera to Washington, McCarthy to Dallas, and then all of a sudden this morning, Matt Rule to Carolina. It's almost like the Giants hit the panic button and they just said, we need to hire somebody immediately. Who's the best guy? Who's done the best so far? Because this is a team that's interviewed a lot of guys, and really they're only competing with the Cleveland Browns. I know there was talk of Josh McDaniels going to Cleveland. Who else? There's Robert Saleh, possibly going to Cleveland. Brian Daboll, defensive coordinator from the Baltimore Ravens as well. So there's quite a few candidates available, but the Giants felt comfortable with Judge. We'll see what happens. But the more interesting thing that I'm kind of like looking into the situation, or the thing that I find most interesting, all Judge has to do is be a conductor, be the puppet master, be the CEO. He could just sit back and let the coordinators do their jobs and just delegate play calling, delegate developing Daniel Jones, delegate running the defense to other pieces, right? There's some hot names on the market. Guys like Chris Richard, he can run a defense. Guys like Kevin O'Connell, just let go by Washington. I don't know what's going on with Kellen Moore, even though I'm not as sold on Kellen Moore as a lot of people are. But the point is that there are guys out there that can run units of the team that can possibly develop a quarterback. So all he has to do is just be a manager, just be the boss of the team. Game plan, have a vision, have a goal, and lead this team and let the coordinators do their jobs. You see it all the time. I mean, some teams prefer where their some head coaches prefer to call plays. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Doug Peterson, Andy Reid. But then you have some that don't. Bill Belichick, right? So we'll see what happens with the Giants, but there's just a lot of unknown right now. And even though I do not like the New York Giants, and I do think it was an incredibly bad move to keep Dave Gettleman, we cannot just sit here and say, we can't judge this move, no pun intended, by saying, okay, I don't know who Joe Judge is, therefore he sucks. We can't do that as fans. I'm not going to do that as a fan of football. Even though I don't like the Giants, even though I can't stand Dave Gettleman, I'm not going to do that as a fan. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Did the Giants get the right move, or get the right guy in the building, rather? Did they make the right move? So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.